Forza Horizon 5 is a meticulously crafted, beautifully designed, near infinitely replayable, almost bug-free masterpiece, and is the only open-world racing game you should ever consider playing. This game is so good, it actually broke my gaming PC 6 months prior to recording, and I think no less of it. So I'm going to try and convince you to think the same, or at least not to look at the $100 price tag in total disgust. Hopefully, by showing you the progression, mechanics, game modes and gameplay, and the recently released Hot Wheels expansion, you can feel a little more inclined to invest at least a little more watch time into the game. So, to keep this intro short and sweet, and without further ado, let me show you one of my favorite franchises of all time, and why we should allow our everyday cars to be painted with waifu art. Let us begin. Now, I wasn't kidding before when I said I haven't played this game in 6 months, so bear with me while I just get accustomed to the game again.
Welcome back, Spartan.
Ah, the joys of having a game with your real name as an option. Anyway, time to make a new character. The customized character selection menu has over 10 million design options. Don't quote me on that. So I wanted to get back into the game I haven't played in 6 months with a fresh new look so I could handle this gameplay properly. And this game has everything. Every single aspect of clothing and a variety of fun emotes that you can use for showboat and victory stances. However, doesn't matter how many times you emote, it cannot force you to be happy. Anyway, welcome to the game. This is the Forza Horizon 5 map, which is a beautiful rendition of what it's like to actually be in Mexico. Now, let me run you through a couple of the things we have on the map today. Now, number one, we have a couple storylines and challenges. These are photo challenges, driving challenges, all sorts of stuff that can get you a little bit of loot and progress a little storyline. Next up on the map, a collection of barn finds. Now in the early stages of the game, you can find these and unlock a rare car, but in the later stages, where I'm at, you're allowed to give any car you want in your garage to a new player, someone who's progressed a little bit through the game, or someone who's entered the Hall of Fame, basically the end game, and doing so gives you something called a kudos point. Now, you can do as many of these as you like, and it gives you a little warm feeling in your tummy, and it really makes you feel like a good boy. But they put a limit on how many times you can do this a day, so make sure to come back daily for that narcissistic joy. Next, we have a series of these things called stunt challenges, one of which is the danger sign, where you get to recreate the Dukes of Hazzard and throw your car of choice off of a cliff, bridge, etc. There are other stunt challenges like the speed traps. This one in particular is my favorite because in real life I can't listen to Alcohol, my best friend, and when he says to go fast, so in here I relive my fantasies. Ignore that, we'll get to that later. We also have Horizon Tour. This is a multiplayer mode where you either get trash or ass teammates to get some easier rewards from some pretty simple AI. Now, the bulk of this game comes from campaign races. These are dirt, road, and off-road, and they will cover the entire expanse of the map, and they're really fun. I definitely spent a lot of time with this. Now, on the completionist side of things, we have XP boards and fast travel boards. XP boards, they give you experience, and the fast travel boards in the Forza Horizon franchise will all add up to take the load off and the cost of fast travel in this game, which is super, super important.
Thanks to you, all travel expenses are now fully complimentary. And a bunch of my familia are asking if they can come visit the festival.
Leech. Now, we also have these things called player houses. These basically function as your garage, your place to customize your characters, and to check out the auction house where you can buy cars from other people who have tuned it and styled it. There's a lot more in this and I'm not going to cover right now, but I'd definitely check it out somewhere. Now, if you want to see what keeps the regular players coming back for more, it's these, the seasonal events. Every month you have 4 weeks, which is 4 seasons. You get exclusive rewards, extra rare cars, and all other sorts of stuff that you definitely got to check out, because once it comes up in here and it's gone, it'll be gone forever very likely. Now, we also have here the Eliminator. I'm going to get to that in a hot second. And finally, the Hot Wheels expansion teleporter, but that comes later. Now, before we go any further, I have to show you the overarching progression system of Forza Horizon 5, which is the accolade system. So, Forza Horizon 5 has 1800 quests, and here is just one of them. I have to drive the SVT Cobra, and I have to smash 10 ladders. Now, out of these 1800 missions, most of them are relatively straightforward, and you'll be able to complete them without any assistance. But I gotta let my pride take the hit. I used the internet. There's no shame in this. This is just something I had to do. But once I did use the internet, I was able to find out where these locations were, and voila, that is basically how you completed this quest. Once you complete it, you'll earn a series of accolade points. In the early stages of the game, it'll be like your progression or fans from Forza Horizon 3, where you will unlock new areas, new missions, and new parts of the overall campaign. Once you get to the later stages though, you just get put on a leaderboard with every other player in the game, and then you can sort of compete in your head with everyone else in the bracket. But don't worry, there's someone who is permanently at first, so you have nothing to worry about. You will never be first in this game. Now I think it is totally appropriate we can talk about the Eliminator, otherwise known as Forza Horizon 5's Battle Royale. It starts off like any other Battle Royale. We're going to choose a place to drop, and for the sake of the video, I'm going to go to one of the most stressful places on the map. More roads, more connections equals more coverage. Now we start off with the most underrated cover car of Horizon Mexico, which is the Vocho, or the Volkswagen Beetle. And now all we have to do is wait for the game to begin and for the chaos to ensue. And straight off the bat there is a car drop in front of us, which will upgrade our vehicle to a higher level. However, some greedy bastard has already taken it from me, so now I have to escape the area before he challenges me to a mating dance. For those of you who do not know, the Eliminator is basically one glorified mating ritual, with one dominant partner challenging a submissive partner to a race. Whoever loses ends up being the androgynous female, and whoever wins upgrades a car or collects their opponents. And the game will go on to this until a final showdown, where one lucky player, or one very skilled player, will claim the spot of Ant Colony Queen and triumph over all the other beta ants. Oh, this game has a chat feature as well. I forgot to mention that. Anyway, this first game that I was playing, I was mostly minding my business, being very unsuccessful with the car drop rate. But that is when disaster struck. Not only did I whiff so awfully, but an enemy player had gotten wind of my tail, and this was going to be, I knew for sure, a make or break race. I was overcome with dread as they drew closer to me. And just like that, the mating dance had begun. They were a couple levels higher than me, which means they were more well-endowed than me, but I was confident in my ability to perform, and I was not about to lose my soul and my virginity to someone in a Mitsubishi Lancer. And as it turns out, I had one key advantage up my sleeve. I wasn't an idiot who hit trees, so with a well-earned lead, I was already insanely confident about my ability. And then I hit a tree myself. So this was clearly going to set me back, right? Nope. He hit another tree again. And so I had returned to a considerable lead against my opponent, and I was fully confident that I was going to take this race home. I was going to make my journey towards being the queen of the ant colony, and I was not going to let anyone get in my way. Normally, someone would be scared if their opponent catches up on them, but I'm not scared because I bamboozled him. Totally and utterly flabbergasted. And there I was, on the home stretch. I knew that I had this victory in the bag, and there was no chance that I was going to mess this up. So it seems I'm maybe not as good as I would like to admit. And so with that, my first game concluded with an overwhelming defeat, but I was not so easily wavered in my quest, and so I decided to give it one more go. And so as I spawn above the mountain top of Forza Horizon 5's volcano, I decided to use a different strategy, one that should prove far more effective than simply sucking. This one is me actually succeeding. I opened my map to get a sense of my surroundings, how big the circle is, and to show you guys that it exists, without knowing that it's a multiplayer game and I can't actually pause. And so I make the involuntary descent down the mountain. I naturally make this trip without any incident, until I find myself my first car drop of the day, the Volvo V60. After a little bit of exploring, I decided to take a risk and go outside the circle, which rewarded me greatly, because I get the Maserati Levant, another upgraded car. This will make me even faster and even sexier for my next unsuspecting mate. Now, as I upgrade my car for the second time this game, I will have to admit that the next few minutes are not that interesting. I had to embark on a very long journey because apparently all of the prospective mates are afraid of me, except for one unlucky individual. There you are. As I go to challenge my next opponent, I seem to have let my hubris take a hold of me. Because yet again, I'm on the back foot. However, the gap between levels is a lot smaller, so I still think I have a great chance, but I'm not going to take any risks like I did last time. So we're just going to wait, and we're going to see what my opponent does. Hopefully, they hit a tree or do something equally as stupid. Well, what do you know? Now, as my opponent falls further and further behind me, I realize that this is a W, my gang. Now, when completing this mating ritual and coming out on top as the dominant mate, you have two choices. You can either upgrade your car by one level, or take your opponent's car. I liked my submissive partner's car more, so I decided to take it, and I began my journey looking for another unsuspecting mate to dominate. Now, it wasn't long before I found another opponent to challenge, but I was presented with one too many options, so I decided to go for the individual who I believed was going to be more scared, frightened, and vulnerable. However, in doing so, I made a terrible repeat of a past mistake. And it couldn't have been worse timed. However, I was quick to get back on my four wheels, and I was back off to challenge this indomitable human spirit. Now, it was already looking optimistic for me. I had an off-road car, and they may have been the same level, but when it comes to the level of cars and the options provided, some just happen to be better than others. So, I was pretty pumped for the result of this race. However, this is when disaster struck, for I had accidentally underestimated my opponent's ability, and I was quickly on the back foot. Letting go of any rules or inhibitions, I decided to floor it and just accept that I'd hit anything in the way, which led me to have a very terrible accident. You can probably see where this is going. But I decided to keep on trying because there is no point being submissive by choice. There is only the option of being submissive because someone put you in that position. That doesn't make any sense. But what I'm trying to say is, I lost. I lost, and that's the simple truth. Now to cope, I did the only thing that a man in this situation could do. Gamble. That's right, in Forza Horizon 5 you are able to gamble or do wheel spins for certain customizations, cars, and a whole bunch of money. You can either get them through the event Forzathon Shop, which sometimes takes its sweet time, or you can earn them doing achievements and missions and other sorts of things. Now, these are usually pretty good. I'm not going to talk about what happens when you get to the later stages, but sometimes you find yourself striking gold. Did you know that 90% of gambling addicts quit just when they're about to hit big? It's a true fact. Now, I'm sure we're all aware of the Greek mythological hero Sisyphus, who was cursed for eternity to push a rock up a hill, only for it to fall down the other side again. What if I told you there was game mode where you were basically Sisyphus, but you actually finished the job? That is basically the trial, an infinite test of strength and endurance. You get a team of 6 players and you have to go against unbeatable AI, the hardest difficulty of all kind. Okay, maybe just one teammate. But the challenge still stands. These are the toughest opponents that you will face, and you get some pretty nice rewards at the end of it. And so the challenge begins. Right off the bat, an AI tried to incite violence against me, but I took the tranquil route, and I decided to beat him fair and square. As I'm battling to keep my head above water with these AI, I notice that my teammate is lagging behind, but I'm sure there's no worries to that. They will only be just behind last place and we will make an amazing comeback so we don't have to do the trial again. I've had a pretty rough time today, so I'm sure nothing... Now, I almost did cut this segment out of the video, but because I'm so committed to this game, and because I'm in charge of this video essay, as rookie as it is, I'm going to show you the end result of the trial. So, here we go. Solo trial against unbeatable AI. Now, I know what you're thinking. This guy sucks. How is he going to beat the unbeatable AI by himself? Well, that's where I have one simple message for all of you. I do not see you playing this game, so why don't you shut your... And we are off. I think the AI have learnt from the last game that we played not to cross me at the starting line, because they know I will bend them over my knee and I will give them what their fathers couldn't. Anyway, I am giving it my best effort this game, pulling off some real cunning tactics in order to get myself to that first place position. I can see the anger build in my opponent's eyes as I slowly creep up on him. And just like that, boom. Lola's gone. From here on out, it was simply a home stretch. Again, the chat function in this game, very funny. And without stress or strife, your boy pulls it home to pull a solo trials win. Now, unfortunately, I cannot, and I'm not bothered, to show you the actual trials experience, but you gotta trust me, it's a lot more stressful and it's a lot more fun than that. Anyway, we move on. Now we can end this segment of the video on a high. To be honest, being so good at this game has left me feeling really tired. So as we move into the next segment, I knew I needed something or someone to bring my energy levels up. Just give me a moment. As we use that segue, I need to make a call.
I've got time to cop dinner as well. And get back. Look, get it. There we go. Fucking let's devour this fucking burrito. Oh my. Alright, are you there?
Yeah.
Alright, good.
Right. This is my good friend Gucci Shoes. Now, by the time this video goes public, there should be another video on my channel called the Spellbreak Supercuts, which Gucci Shoes is featured in. I needed somebody to help me tackle the next segment of this video, which is the Hot Wheels expansion, because during the process of making this ambitious project and video essay, the exhaustion that I was experiencing from being so good was not just any normal affliction. No, it was the COVID. So Poggy's in chat for all my liberal friends out there. Anyway, I definitely needed someone to give me an extra pair of hands, and so who better than the only other individual I know who's played as many Forza games as I have to give me the the aid and assistance that I needed.
Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
Wait, are you on the Hot Wheels island? Alright, let me just...
I'm trying to figure out like first person driving on the scene is fucking sick.
Oh yeah.
Like driving first person on these tracks are just nuts.
Because I want to show you a car. I don't remember, I don't think I've showed you this car, but I hope I haven't. God, I have so many cars. Remember all those many months ago I told you the narrative was going to be, yo, anime rap? And you totally hated that?
Yes, I do remember that. But like, we'll do anime rap. I don't really mind.
No, I got a good
I'm like fucking obsessed with this burrito, dude. Holy shit. Look, you can either keep me throating these burritos, or you can like edit it out. That's probably up to you. I feel like it might add.
Look,
something.
I'm currently just scoffing down this lasagna, and I'm putting all that meat in my mouth at once, so I don't think it might... Oh!
Okay.
Truth be told, Gucci and I have not played much of this expansion, but by all accounts it looks to be basically the same as the original map, just using a medal system instead of accolades. Medals will help you progress through different ranks that are associated with the car classes, and everything about this expansion just screams meticulously gorgeous. You're seeing some really poorly shot first-person driving footage, and I don't think it makes the game any less attractive. This expansion just seems to be so inviting, and I cannot wait to see what more it has in store. This expansion has also got my completionist bones tingling because of all the places they could possibly be hiding these bonus boards. Just by this one clip alone, where I happened to stumble upon a bonus board off the track, it's really got me excited for what it holds in store. But obviously nothing is perfect, such as that amazing bug right there. But I really don't think that anyone can look at the map from this drone perspective and say that it doesn't look the least bit inviting. Just the fact that this is a Hot Wheels track for life-size cars inside of a video game where death and damage and destruction do not matter, I do not understand or fathom how this does not get any more attention than I'm seeing currently. But I guess that's what I'm here for, to provide the attention to a game that definitely doesn't need any more. But with all that being said, I present to you a small montage of pretty much all the footage that Gucci and I recorded while spending some time on this expansion. This is going to be just a little insight into what this game has to offer, and also because I need to rest and get this COVID shit over with.
There is a ring of fire here.
Oh yeah.
What did not
Oh
make?
good god.
Oh, I
Oh good god.
Lore-wise, are we above the other place?
Are we above the other place lore-wise? Yeah, we are literally on a floating island. Like thousands of kilometers above.
Damn.
Look at the damn detail of a floating island. Oh,
A Lego.
Arrived at your
Oh my shit! Yes.
Yeah, well I got it.
We are ended by a fucking anime car.
Okay.
Foul.
What? Everyone's in the Lancer. Alright. Hello?
Hello there.
Oh jeez. You just go ghost mode and you...
I don't know, he's fucking head ass through you. It's called the racing line, bitch.
Whoa.
Oh no, oh no.
Save
Fuck,
nonetheless.
I would drive this car in real life. No! I fucked up.
Nah, solo. Poor network conditions. If I say poor bitch conditions again, I think I'm gonna get like actually DOSed.
It wouldn't be false though.
Yeah,
They're going fast.
we are going fast. He is just not going fast enough.
Way.
Oh yes, cop that. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, look, I'm
Oh
trying.
good god. I took a fat L. I took a fat L, but I can recover. There's no way the
Yeah,
Lancer
look at
actually
the
goes
map
faster
so I
than
can
me.
see what
No way. Actually, scumbag, get out. Oh, I just saw. What? No, I'm lagging. I'm lagging. Yep. I saw a bunch of AI hit a rocker face on purpose.
Actually, B on that race. What the fuck?
Like I said, I hit a bad run.
Alright, let's go.
Right, I literally took off so fast. I hit all the cars in front of me. Actually, no, never mind. That was lag. Slag. Maybe a fast turn that no one's gonna manage. Oh! Use the other cars as a shield. Okay, we're good. Oh, good god.
Why am I gripping? Oh, better on ice.
Yo. Good grief. Okay.
Leave me alone. The burrito is so fucking good. Oh my god. Oh!
Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Go the Impreza. Alright. The following segment was brought to you by those who are in the know and Minecraft. So if you're not in the know, enjoy anyway.
Oh, wait, so when was the last time someone played on the server with you?
I'll be like, sit there, hold up for 10 minutes.
Today.
No, yes, today.
Oh my god. Oh
Dude.
my god.
I'm okay with it being a single player though, because, like, no stress.
It's a single player with visitors. Can't
The
deal with
fucking-
it.
The admin support girl asked when I was gonna get a Minecraft tattoo. I was like, so true.
You actually
good
should.
one.
Oh god, I just get the fucking grass block. No, I get the diamond pickaxe.
Oh my
Break my
god.
back.
It has to say, miners will mine.
Nah, fire aspect, surely.
No, it's like on you gotta have it in the enchanting language.
No,
Would
no,
it
no,
be
no.
like
It has to be
the-
up and down his arm, like the Japanese text on like a YouTuber merch. But it's just enchantment table language for like chlamydia or something.
Yeah, fire aspect.
Yeah, see, we're super helpful. Oh, you got some airtime, baby, and then you finish. All over me. Ugh,
Sounds just about right.
what? Who said
Get
that?
some airtime and then finish.
What does he mean by that?
You are still there.
I hope you're enjoying the video so far. This is a pretty ambitious project for me, and on one hand, while the perfectionist can never be truly happy with it, it's something I've wanted to do for several months, and I'm pretty impressed I actually got to this point. So by watching it, I have to thank you, because you're kind of making this fun for me. So what's the point of this final segment? Well, this final segment is just going to be me running over a couple things that I didn't touch on in the original video, because I'm a little bit structure-based, and I'm not really going to go back and change whatever I need to, but I definitely feel like I need to shout them out at the end here. And I'm also going to cover the $100 price tag and the anime wrap topics that I didn't really get to in covering the gameplay and the expansions and that whole little montage sequence. So, firstly, I want to touch on the $100 price tag, which has been an issue with a variety of games, but specifically with Forza Horizon because, as I've noticed, they will keep the same price tag up until the very next release of their game. As someone who has paid full price for Forza Horizon 3, the one that I started on, and the full premium price of 4 and 5 between my buddy and I, Gucci, I would say that this game is worth the price tag for me. However, you have to consider the amount of time I've been playing these games. I've easily sunk over 650 hours in 3 and 4, and I've cumulatively put in 300 hours into 5 so far, and that's not considering the 4 months when I didn't play. So, the ratio of money spent and time overall for me is really, really good. If you don't think you're going to get to that point, then you should consider getting it on sale. But then again, if you get it on sale for $90, $80, $70, you still might be a little apprehensive to buy it. So it has to come down to how long you're going to play. What I can say though is that over time, this game will definitely bring you a lot of content and a lot of time to play if you're interested in this sort of thing. With the vast amount of activities that you can play, the many hours that go into collecting cars and skin items and completing races, progressing campaign, enjoying the limited seasonal events, and then playing multiplayer, and all the other stuff that I've shown, even if you aren't so dedicated, the average player should at least sink 150 hours into it, which then makes their ratio $1 an hour. Personally, that seems like a pretty good trade for me, and I'm at the point where I've now made it a couple cents per hour, so it only gets better the more that you play. Now, in my script, I had initially written this segment to be called How to Have Fun, which was where I was going to show you, or tell you, how exactly you can have fun in this game beyond the normal, beyond what the game presents to you. Because once you reach a certain point, it starts to become like any survival game like Minecraft or Terraria, or maybe like any shooter, Call of Duty. Once you start reaching those end game points, you start to run out of things to keep you interested. So, I'm going to do just that. Firstly, the endless customization, the anime wrap section. You can customize your car with anything that you want that has been made by anyone else or that you can design. Except for racist propaganda, don't do that, you'll get banned. So, what I tried to do once in the last few games was to make my own designs, and while it was very tedious when I used to play on Xbox with a controller, it's still a ton of fun. And you can also find some truly amazing pieces done by other individuals. It is actually so surprising and intimidating to see some of the stuff these people are putting on the cars that you can just download for free, and you benefit the original designer with, I think, a cash payment of some sort that I'm not sure. Secondly, this game is really beautiful. I'm not running with some high-end quality graphics card. I can't remember the exact specifications because I don't really care that much. But just by looking at the way that certain aspects of the environment bounce off of the reflection of the car is something that doesn't get done in a lot of other games, and it's not done to the level that I see it done in Forza Horizon. This on its own is enough to convince me that I should stick with this game just because of the amount of effort that's gone into it. Also, the environment changes as well, and there's so many aspects of it that are just so fine-tuned and well done. This is a 12-minute sped-up time-lapse of when I clicked rewind and I had to go tend to something else. Just look at the way everything changes. Even the clouds in the background, that sort of stuff doesn't need to be necessary, but it's here in the game. There's also the photo mode, which has such a variety of options. It's really nice to see this sort of stuff, especially as someone who has done photography in the past. I don't claim myself to be an all-class photographer. I'm actually kind of bad at it. But here's a bunch of other photos that I've taken inside the game engine. They have filters on them in-game, but there's nothing been done externally. This is exactly how you would receive the screenshot if you had taken these photos inside the game. And it's really nice to see this. An element of a game where you can just sit back and actually enjoy the space. You can use it as a wallpaper and you can show it off to other people. That's something that's treasured by me within this game. You can also make clubs with other people, and you can create your own levels and games for other people to play. Chances are very low, but you might just end up with your level being featured in the seasonal events, where everyone around the world who wants to get points towards their seasonal rewards can play it and then give you some sort of reward in return. I'm not quite sure what that is either. But that's a lot of clout, and I think for some people that's very enticing. You can become a trader on the auction house, which is a real thing. It's more limited than the last games, but you can make an absurd amount of money by doing so, especially if you gatekeep all the cool cars that are limited and hard to get. The final thing that I'll say you can do is just basically go accolade hunting. Now, I've been playing this a while, obviously, and so I've made quite a considerable effort and amount of progress in the entire accolade library. However, I'm only halfway there. The person at the very top of the leaderboard, who's been playing since day one like me, has 1.4 million accolade points, and so it's going to take a while to get there. I'm still in the top 1%, so flex, but like I said, there is a lot to be done, and there's a lot of niche and difficult achievements or accolades to get, which will keep a lot of people busy for many, many years to come. Now, part of accolade hunting is also car collecting. There's over 640 cars in this game at time of recording, so there's a lot to be done and a lot to collect. If you get all the cars within a certain manufacturer's bonus, or enough to trigger the bonus, you can get anything from an amount of experience, some wheel spins, or you can get yourself some items to customize your character, or even cars themselves, which are unobtainable in every other manner. So yeah, there's quite a lot for you to use in this game, and there's quite a lot for you to do. But if you don't, and if you're not finding this too intriguing to pay full price or even for a sale price, I understand. That's totally fine. You prioritize different things differently, and my main goal was not to intrigue you or to impress you or to win you over to play this game. One, it's got quite a lot of players, and it's fine. I don't really need any more. And two, my main goal was to make a video that was entertaining and something that people would watch. You've almost watched 35 minutes of it, so thank you very much. Doesn't matter if you know me personally or not, this is really kind of you to watch this whole thing all the way through, unless you skipped, and I can't know that for sure. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I have nothing more to say on this video. I'm going to put it right now here in audio recording. I may do another one of these at some point in the future. If I didn't, or if I haven't yet, then don't get up in arms. I know my immense audience is a little bit insane. But all jokes aside, I may do another one of these. I did quite enjoy creation of this video, and I thank you very much for watching. So without any more to say, I will leave you with this outro music, and I will leave you with this outro gameplay, which I personally saved for this very moment, and I hope to see you all on some other video through the virtual connection that we share. So thank you very much. Muy bien, au revoir, arrivederci, goodbye.